Hi, hello there, and welcome to my social pathology video, by which you understand underlying mechanics of today's social problems, and you can also reconfirm your life direction. Today, I would like to discuss the increase of anti-Asian hate crimes in the United States, and especially on what we can do about it. Hello, my name is Dr. Samurai, a professor specialized in international social pathology and also an active prison counselor of 20 years experience, and also one time Nobel Peace Prize Award official honorable guest for my peace work. As usual, first I would introduce briefly the general information on this topic and later on move on to our main discussion. Okay, now let's start. It is now said, as of the end of April 2021, anti-Asian hate crime incidents surged 169%. Reflecting on this situation, Senate passed the COVID-19 Hate Crime Act almost unanimously. And now it becomes much more easier for police department to respond to Asian hate crimes. Also, in New York, Mayor Bill de Blasio is so serious about this hate crime. NYPD formed the Asian Hate Crime Task Force. These two progresses are very meaning now the society can actually move to protect Asian people in daily lives. I researched it a little bit, and the new NYPD Task Force Inspector Tommy Ng said coughing and spitting is 7% of those hate crimes. And what stuck in my mind was regarding his future perspective. Being Asian American himself, he said something like, "This is becoming new normal in society," which concerns me very much. Because once it is registered as a new normal in a society, it is going to be very difficult to remove it. So Asian people in America must act very hard now. I know it is difficult because you have to work every day fresh out of this COVID-19 pandemic. Asian people, although they are made of so many different ethnic groups, we are mostly agricultural people who are generally very silent, try not to mess with the air of their group, because agricultural work are done only by group cooperation. So this group control and stand in the line among the group is very important. So that is part of the reason why Asian people are generally remain silent and not much reactive about those hate crimes. But having heard it could become a new normal, they have to shift their original stance to new stance, especially those quiet stance belongs to the first generation. But second and third generations were born in America. They are real Americans. Don't know anywhere else, right? So they must fight to protect their own lives. As a specialist, I have a few suggestions. By the way, if you like this kind of story, please click that yellow and green Lucky Charm logo. And also at the description section, I put my best video playlist. So please check it out. Let me get back. Although most people do not recognize what is happening today are heavily influenced by what happened in the history and also our own old myth, because those make up our origin, which leads to our today's lives. It started with the Chinese people, right? And there was a Chinese Exclusion Act in 1882 till it was 10 years after, 1902, which banned especially Chinese women from immigrating to the United States. So that planted a deep inferiority complex into their psychology. And that could be part of why they refrain themselves from being overly reactive to the hate crimes, even when they are severely attacked physically. And because of that Senate bill, they are now considering starting education programs and hate crime hotlines and stuff. To me, as a specialist, they only cover after things happened. And in any area, prevention is always more economic and effective than taking care of the result. We must focus on this situation before attacks and assaults actually happen. And in my first video about Asian American hate crime, I introduced how my friends in prison are surviving in that closely packed, very aggressive environment. Main thing is just mind your own business. And even if they do something provocative, you never show you are influenced. Just maintain your poker face, because without reaction, action disappears. But now, situation has further deteriorated. Some are hit by, sledgehammers. Some are shot. Some are hit with cinder blocks and so on. Those acts clearly are crossing the line. Although those who act out are those who carry trait aggression, which means who are habitual offender, not only to Asian people but to others too. But they now think they can do anything they want to Asian people because they're not gonna fight back. And they target at older people who have less power. So my suggestion is this: like police are doing for drug dealers, like South Central, in downtown San Francisco. Police, patrol cars are always driving around. We see them like in every 5 minutes or so. They should do the same thing in the town of Asian people, which is not such a wide area. Because of the bill, it's easier to form local Asian task force. So, assign like 5 to 10 members fully in charge of Asian hate crimes and, drive around all the time in Chinatown. That's going to make the assaults very difficult. That's one thing. The other thing is image. Like I have said, even those who don't actually attack Asian people, some of them may be having this negative image about Asian people. Because when that Chinese Exclusion Act was passed, it was based upon people are considered unclean and uncivilized. Image is very important. The organized crimes like Yakuzas and stuff, you know what they pay most attention to survive? Once they are attacked, they attack back higher level. Cause social rumors are the things they can make a living on. Once the rumor says that group is now weak, they were beaten by other group and stuff like that, they could not survive in the world of violence. This is true, and I've seen so many cases because I researched those things too. One group underestimated the larger group who has been nice to them. So when small incident happened, this smaller one went too strong, and the larger one who have been kind of lenient on them snapped, and they were crushed. The same thing. Asian people are now considered weak and never fight. Mind your own business, but that's the first step. Once the attack had started, you got to fight all the way. And that intensive patrol by police is one thing. Make the law much stricter. Like they gotta go to prison for long years and stuff. That is going to prevent, I promise. But also, image is very important. Black people, they fight, right? They are not considered weak. Hispanic people either. They fight. They express their own opinions. Asian people, they used to be called like Orientals, right? They don't do that. So they are the perfect target for the bullies. But when, like Mr. Bruce Lee was, very active in the movie, I don't think Asian peoples were looked down on as much as today. You know what I'm saying? It's like image manipulation is very, very important. At the individual level, how to carry yourself when you are once incarcerated protects and prevents unnecessary attacks from others, because you look tough with the bulk of muscles and tattoos and way you carry in your eyes. Your eyes are the first weapon, one of the Yakuza bosses said. Those celebrities should work together to create and establish tough image of Asian people, like Kung Fu's and Jackie Chan's and all those gang movie actors and stuff. They get together and create an image that Asians are normally quiet, But once they snap, they go all the way. Because Chinese people are not taken lightly in Japan. Because they use this, their own samurai sword to attack others. They are rather considered more violent than Japanese. Korean people too. They are very well known to snap, in a good sense. So they should show those true colors in the United States too. And those celebrities, especially in the action movies, Steven Seagal and stuff, should cooperate with this establishment of the true image of Asian people. Because of this Chinese Exclusion Act, and also the old movie like Chinatown, the Jack Nicholson says something about the murder, and the partner goes like, "Forget about it, Jake. It's Chinatown." That means nothing, no news spread out of Chinatown. Asian people should shift from that image to the next image of their true colors, because they are never so passive in their true color. That's what I like to advise. You cannot survive in the United States where so many races, not agricultural people, but predatory people are also there. You have to show your own strength by your own way. Even those, Chinese gangsters and stuff, they can form a posse to protect all the people and stuff. They are going to be appreciated by the society, which could lead to the better future for them. That's all I wanted to say. If you like this kind of stories, please click that ending red Dr. Samir logos, and ending C, and you can see again my best video playlist. So if you like it, please click it. Okay, up until next time, please have a safe and peaceful life. Bye bye now.